My dad and I had a terrible toxic relationship. When I, 31 female, was 20, I told him that I never wanted to have contact with him again. Haven't spoken to him once. He died unexpectedly a few months ago at age 56. My dad was always a bit of a slacker, slacking off writing his will, managing his post-mortem finance plans. Basically, I was listed as the only inheritor of almost all of his stuff. I had no idea about this until he died, but I probably wasn't supposed to get all his money because he made it clear that he despised me. My dad had a very close relationship with his brother, my uncle, and his niece, my cousin 24 female. Apparently, he had commented to them about how they were his only family, and someday his nice house would be theirs, and so on. When my dad died, my cousin reached out to me and explained that there'd been a mistake in his legal situation and his money was supposed to go to them. She showed me tons of pictures on her phone of her family spending time with him as proof that they had a closer relationship. Admittedly, the money should have gone to them, but it didn't. It went to me. So I told my cousin that it wasn't my fault the money had come to me, and I wasn't about to give her any of it just because she was buddies with my cruel dad. I've already planned how I want to spend a significant portion of the money. I've paid off my student loans, I'm going to buy a house, and I bought a new car. Nothing too fancy, just something nice. My cousin texted me recently telling me that I was vile for spending the money of a man I hated, a man she loved. I told her I was sorry for her loss, but it was rightfully my money, so I don't feel bad for spending a cent of it. I've talked to plenty of lawyers, and the money is legally mine. But morally, I think I might be an idiot for spending money that belonged to someone I was estranged from. So I wanted to ask here, am I the idiot? Not the idiot. He had plenty of time to make other arrangements and didn't. It sounds like they kept in touch with him because he had money to leave. Enjoy the money. It will give you the security your father didn't. But how does OP even know her father wanted them to have any money? Because uncle and niece said he did? Because they have pictures on their phones of them spending time with OP's father? That's not exactly the most reliable testimony. Yeah, that'll hold up in court. I was the inheritor of an estate. He would bring up concerns about me getting by after his death and gave me his will. Still, when he died, the spouse of another family member told me he was leaving them money. I knew it wasn't true, but this lie has affected how I see this family branch. Some people will claim anything for money. They might only have been nice to him because they expected to inherit. On the other hand, maybe father strung them along and is getting the last laugh. Basically, who knows at this juncture? We only know father couldn't be bothered to spend 10 minutes filling out an instant will on his phone. The money is yours. Consider it compensation for having a crappy dad. Spend wisely. Also, cut contact with them. Only speak through a lawyer and make them make the first move. Any decent lawyer will tell them they have no case at all. If your dad was really that toxic, it also wouldn't shock me if this was his intention to ruin your and cousin's relationship specifically because he knew it would cause strife for you after his death too. OP, you might be overthinking this. Certainly he probably didn't expect to die at 56, but he had enough foresight to write a will in the first place, so he could have made an effort to keep it up to date if that was what he desired. So please don't consider it an oversight. If not at his death, he wanted you to have everything at one point in his life and put that in writing. You were estranged and your relationship was toxic, but perhaps he didn't despise you as much as you thought. It's your money now. I, 20 male, got 3 VIP tickets to see an artist, a popular person. I won't be giving a name because I don't want people asking me how I got them. The tickets were really hard to get and I planned to take my girlfriend, 20, and cousin, teen female, with me. They're both die-hard fans of this artist and I like the artist too. I told them both about it separately and I remember telling my cousin that I had 3 tickets, but not who they were for. My cousin told her best friend, teen female, that she could come with her too because I had an extra ticket. I found out when I found them at an event hosted by her father 2 weeks before the event, and they were just streaming the albums and watching music videos. The best friend was super excited and thanked me very much. They were so happy, and I just couldn't bring myself to look that kid in the eyes and tell her, no, you can't have it. I knew that the friend had lost her mom and grandma a few months earlier, and I felt like I would be a horrible person for making her lose yet another thing that was important to her. I thought about letting my girlfriend take them, but my uncle and mom agreed absolutely not because they don't know her that well. Okay, that's true, we've only dated for a few months. After my uncle left, my mom said to either take my cousin and her friend or tell the friend she couldn't come and take my girlfriend instead. It was a very difficult situation, and I didn't want to hurt innocent kids' feelings, so I made a hard decision and told my girlfriend she couldn't come. She was clearly upset, but said she wasn't. I had hyped up the whole event for a few weeks and she was so excited. She bought a new outfit and new jewellery and practiced her makeup and even things she'd say on the day of the meet. I felt like crap the whole time I was watching her face fall and her trying to pretend it was okay. My family says I did the right thing and even she said that too, but I feel like trash and I feel like something shifted between my girl and me. Am I the idiot for what I did to my girl? You are the idiot, OP. But you did your girlfriend a favour. Now she knows that she can't count on you to keep your word to her, that she comes second place to some kid that you don't even know, and that you're ready to ditch her when your whoppingly entitled cousin speaks for you and tells her friend that, of course, said friend can have your extra ticket. Your girlfriend now also knows that you don't have the spine to confront a young teen and tell her that no, she was never promised your third ticket, no, she should not have told her friend that she could have it, yes, she'll have to tell the friend herself, and yes, the friend probably will be angry at her. And them's the breaks when you pull a stunt like that. So, OP, are you still wondering why something has shifted between you and your girlfriend? Shifted? He'll be lucky if she doesn't break up with him over this. But even if she doesn't, their relationship will never be the same. The worst thing is that he left his girlfriend in a very uncomfortable position where she can't break up with him without looking selfish and childish. She will have to wait for another mistake before breaking up, which shouldn't take too long due to OP's maturity. I can't imagine a young teen cousin is stupid enough to think that he got an extra ticket for her to give away but didn't bother telling her she could invite a friend. It seems more like a manipulative mood. Ask for forgiveness instead of permission, so OP would feel like he couldn't say no, which he succeeded at, and the fact that their family didn't instantly say something to her when they knew it wasn't hers to give shows that she has been allowed to act entitled for quite a while. My daughter, nearly adult, has always been a smart girl. She has a huge potential future available for her. She can become one of the greatest data scientists ever. It's a gratifying job for her, especially since technology is the way to go for the future and our country is expensive. As a computer scientist myself, I've always loved my job. However, she doesn't want to be one. I've been influencing her since she was 10. She was initially excited but didn't want to anymore. She took 2 tech classes in grades 9 and 10, and she hasn't taken one in 11th or 12th grade. She says she wants to be a psychologist and now wants to have a business major. I don't think it's a right fit for her, the former because she doesn't have the social skills needed to become a psychologist. She's autistic. Heck, she couldn't handle her brothers well. How is she supposed to deal with adults with psychological issues? The latter as well because it involves dealing with people that can be immature. Also, she took a business course in grade 10 and she ended up not liking it. So why would she take an entire university program? Yesterday we sat down and looked at potential programs. She picked up a few from Bachelor of Commerce programs. I tried pushing her to pick the Bachelor of Computer Science programs. Ultimately, she asked if I would support her no matter what she picked. I laughed and told her not to give me a scare. So it's a no then? She asked. I told her that she could take her highlighter, highlight the program she's interested in, and we can discuss them. She said that I criticize every program that isn't tech-related. I tried convincing her that the tech field is very rewarding, and she's smart and capable, and then she snapped. She said that she doesn't care if it's a gold mine and she's capable enough to handle it. She hates the computer tech field, and I've been forcing her to do it for a long time. She says it's her future, not mine, and not everyone wants to be a tech scientist. She asked how I would feel if my father tried to push me to the law field, since it's a rewarding job despite me having no interest in social sciences. Then she stormed out. At that point, I realized that I may have pushed her too hard. I just want her to have a bright future and no struggles, but I guess I went about it the wrong way. You are the idiot. Oh, sorry, your kid doesn't want to be exactly like you. She's her own person. Let your daughter be who she wants to be, not what you want her to be. That sets her up for failure and unhappiness. You don't understand people at all. She's been telling you she doesn't want to do tech for years, so why don't you listen to what she wants? I understand that you like tech, but it's not for everyone. Her taking courses in psychology could help with her autism. For example, she might improve at reading faces and understanding people. How can you be so dense? Also, autistic people make great psychologists for other autistic people. I wish I could find one. Neurotypical psychologists keep trying to cure my autism, making me not want to seek help for my problems. Back off 100%. You've already ruined any chance your daughter will choose the career you pushed. In addition, you're close to ruining every chance of a relationship with your daughter. In my opinion, the relationship may be ruined already. Even if the kid goes into a profession she actually likes, I suspect she will always doubt herself as a result of her mother influencing her from age 10. That amount of time forcing the daughter to doubt herself can't just be shrugged off. Even if she now chooses business or psychology, I worry she will end up sabotaged by years of OP's BS. It's 10 times harder to succeed when you doubt yourself. From how this sounds, if the daughter has any struggles in a career she enjoys, OP will gloat and say, "I told you so." I have a sister-in-law, Kate, with whom I've never gotten along. She is possessive of my mom, kind of competitive, and sometimes I think my mom likes her more than me. I'm getting married soon and will be wearing my mom's gown. It's beautiful, custom-made, and has a lot of small beading and details. I'm in love with the dress. So I was devastated when my mom reached out and told me that the dress had been damaged due to Kate having a seizure. She has epilepsy while trying it on and spilling something. Now, I don't blame Kate for having a medical condition. The seizures are pretty well under control, so I'm sure it was unexpected and scary, but I was confused about why she was wearing it. My mom told me she told Kate to put it on so she could take pictures of her. I was grossed out and confused. My mom explained that it was sentimental as it was her dress first and she wanted to see Kate in it. She said she brought it to the best cleaner and would pay whatever, but I'm still angry and feel violated. I decided that I didn't want Kate at the wedding because I feel so creeped out that she put the dress on. My mom says I'm being unfair as it was her dress first. Kate called me psycho and says it's okay because my mom told her to, and my brother is upset and thinks I'm cruel because the seizure wasn't her fault. You are the idiot. Your mom owns and is still in possession of the dress. She's the one who suggested Katie try it on. Get your own dress that only has positive associations. Apologize to Katie. Tell your mom that you're disappointed because you thought the dress was a special thing for you and her, that you feel neglected or whatever it is you're feeling, and work it out with her. Stop taking it out on Katie. Kate does suck because she instigates the conflict with OP. Telling OP's mom likes Kate more, that doesn't make Kate innocent in this. She's an idiot like the mom. Is Kate innocent in her medical condition? Absolutely. But this girl is knowingly causing drama and a rift. Not the idiot. No. I don't know why everyone is saying you're the idiot. Your mom told her to try on the dress. Uninvite them both. It's common knowledge that if a bride plans to wear a particular dress, you don't try it on yourself. Even if the mother begged her to try it on, she should have said no. It's so hard when a daughter feels like their mom likes another girl more than them. I don't know how to judge this, but this situation seems fishy. Was Kate trying on the dress while holding a beverage and just had a seizure at that moment? Right? If the dress meant a lot to the mother too, she probably would have kept food and drink away from it while having it out. And wedding dresses typically take a little extra work to slip on, so I wouldn't even think of having a drink. I'm saying Katie planned this 100%. I, 27 female, live alone. I'm a fairly quiet person, in my opinion. I also work around 8 AM, so I like to get to sleep at a decent time. This all happened Friday night. It was around 8 PM when I started hearing super loud music, and I didn't think much of it. People can play their music loudly at that time. The noise ordinance here doesn't start until 10 PM, so knock yourself out. Well, the noise got louder around 10 PM. It was so loud I could hear it with my windows closed and my TV on. So I just put the TV up higher and figured it might be done soon. Around 11:30 PM, I decided I wanted to go to bed. It was still super loud and they started setting off fireworks. Fireworks are illegal in my state. At this point, I was frustrated and couldn't sleep. So around 12 AM, I called the non-emergency line. They got there around 20 minutes later. They stopped the party and fined my neighbours for the noise complaint and the fireworks. The next day, my neighbour came to talk to me while I was outside. They told me they knew I called the police the prior night and told me about the fines and how I should pay them since I called the cops without contacting them directly. I said absolutely not, and they got angry and called me an idiot. I don't really know my next-door neighbours. I've never talked to them besides saying hi in passing, and this is why I didn't just talk to them directly. I do feel bad they got fined. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted the cops to ask them to lower the noise. So, am I the idiot? LOL. What kind of entitled idiot breaks the law and expects someone else to pay the fine? Not the idiot, OP. It wasn't 10:05, it was after midnight. It's not your job to get dressed. go over to a party you weren't invited to, get yourself in danger, and tell them to observe the law. Amen. Especially if everybody's been drinking. A single young woman alone approaching a large group of drunk people who still want to party? Absolutely not. They should get fined again for even thinking you should pay their fines. If possible, get some cameras because they sound like the type to want to get even. You also had no way of knowing that they would be fined. Sometimes cops tell them to shut up. Other times the cops fine them. It's up to the cops. I've had to call the cops 3 times one night to finally make my neighbours stop blasting insanely loud music at night. Big party on a random weeknight. I assume they didn't get fined until the 3rd visit. OMG, the nerve those people have to ask you to pay for it. They were breaking an ordinance, so you let the authorities handle it. Also, setting off fireworks is dangerous in a populated area, and they were being loud jackasses. Please, next time, don't admit you're the one who called. It could have been anyone. Call the cops again for harassment and see how they like that.